Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you did read right. So this story time is pretty much gonna be of how I was a side chick. I freaking was a side chick, you guys. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm talking about it. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I wasn't a side chick intentionally. I did not know about it. I was not aware of this. I didn't find out until like a year and a half later. Okay, so if you want to hear this freaking crazy ass story, go ahead and just keep watching. Okay, so this is going to be about a guy who I dated for over a year and a half. And I just say dated, it wasn't even official of him being my boyfriend or me like us exchanging that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. It pretty much wasn't like that. It was just, we were just dating. We would see each other, we would hang out, yada yada, whatnot, right? Or so I thought. So the way that I met this guy, I was hanging out with my cousins one time and they're like, hey, we have a party, do you want to go? It's in LA, yada yada. And I was like, sure. You know, I was always down for parties at that time. I think I was like 17. I was always down for parties, and they're like, yeah, come. So I was like, okay. So I got ready, yada yada. It was me, my two female cousins. We went to the party. And then I so happened to see this guy, right? And I thought he was really cute. He was like really tall. He was like 6'1", 6'2". I've always been really interested, like I've always been attracted to really tall guys. So he was like 6'2", you know, and he was just standing with his friends drinking beer, yada yada. And I'm a dancer. Like once I'm at a party and I freaking hear the music, if it's banda, you know, salsa, merengue, reggaeton, you freaking see me on that dance floor dancing. I freaking love to dance. I haven't danced in a while, sadly. No me sacan el baile. Okay, so anyway, so back to the story. So I see him just standing drinking beer and I'm over here dancing. So me being the girl that I am, I'm single, whatever, I don't give a shit. I freaking went towards him and I was dancing with my female cousin. And I was dancing with her and I saw him. So I mean, I thought he was cute. So I went like kind of, not up to him, but like kind of danced towards him. And then I was like, oh, come, you know, like so he can dance with me. And then he kind of looked at me and like he kind of went, no, you know. And I was like, man, well, fuck you, dude. Like I'm no one to beg nobody. So I was like, you fucking swear, dude, whatever, you're not gonna make me fucking look stupid. So I just went like that. I was like, whatever, dude. So I continued dancing with my cousin, and when I was dancing with my cousin, some other guy asked me to dance and I was dancing with him, and then he asked me for my number. I did not know this kid was like 14 years old. He freaking looks so much older, okay? I think he was 15, not even, no, he was 15 to 17. I was gonna be 18. To me it was really young, so I didn't know that was his age, but whatever, I guess shit happens. And then he asked me for his number, and then he was kind of like, I was walking out and he had his arm around my shoulder, like around my neck. And I was walking out, and when I was walking out, like I could still think of Roger, like he was still in the back of my head. So when we got in my cousin's truck, I told him, I was like, hey cousin, I was like, who's that guy? And then he told me, he's like, who? Oh, that's my homie Roger. Like, why, you want to talk to him? And I was like, nah, he's a freaking asshole, dude. Like he fucking swears he's cute, but he fucking was. And I was like, you fucking swear, he freaking swears, you know, that he's the shit and whatever. And then he started laughing. So days pass, and then I get a message, and then he's all like, hey, I get a message and it says, hey, what's up? And then I'm like, who's this? So he's like, you don't remember me? And I'm like, no. And he's like, damn, like that, you forgot about me? Like you asked me to dance with you and you didn't want to, and you don't remember me? And I'm like, what do you want? You know, me fucking being the person that I am. I was like, dude, like why are you fucking hitting me up? Like you're a weekend type of thing. Like I don't freaking think you're cute anymore. Like why are you hitting me up after you freaking dissed me, first of all? And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry I dissed you, you know, it's just I didn't want to cause a scene, like because your brother was there and whatever. I was like, whatever, you didn't even know who my brother was at the time. Like shut up, you didn't owe him shit. So I was just like, what do you want? and he told me, he's like, oh, you know, I think you're cute, like we should go out and yada yada. And that was the beginning of my fucking horrible choice in life that I made. And after that, we started to go out, we started to hang out from like family members. I wouldn't hang out with my family anymore as much. I would hang out more with him. I would go to the beach with him on the weekends. Like we would just do couple shit, you know what I mean? So you kind of start thinking like, okay, so what are we? And ladies, this is for you to take like as an example, a perfect example. Do not date anybody, or do not spend too much time with a person that doesn't make it clear to you from the beginning if you're gonna be their girlfriend or you guys are just gonna freaking be a thing, you know? And that was my fuck up, because I never clarified what were we, you know? To me, he did say we were in a relationship, but yet I was never invited to no freaking little kids' birthday parties. And I don't know why I never paid attention to this. Like I never went to his house. I never met none of his family. And it's just, it's crazy how stupid you are when you're so young that you don't really pay attention to shit like that. Because I didn't, honestly. Like I guess because I lived so far. This is when I lived in Victorville and he lived in East LA. So I didn't really bother, just because I know it was going to be a long travel for him to go over there, pick me up, bring me back over here. So I never bothered for him to like take me out like that. You know, when we would see each other was when I would come down the hill and hang out with my cousins over here, or when I would be out here on my own, and then I would just hit him up and we would just go hang out on our own, like to eat or whatever, you know? So so yeah, take this story as a freaking advice. I swear to you, if guys are not freaking being straight up since the beginning, ask them, what do you want from the relationship and what is gonna come out of it? And if you guys feel like shit is gonna come out of it, do not freaking go there. Do not freaking abort mission, I swear to you. Okay, so back to my story, because I feel like I'm getting off the topic so much. But we started to go out, we started to talk to each other like about deep stuff, and I mean like stuff that I wouldn't even bother telling my parents, my sisters. Like I feel like I trusted him so much that I would literally tell him like of my personal life, you know? I was there for him when he was going through his lowest points. I mean his lowest moments. Like his parents were going through some rough times, and he confided in me a lot of things that I would never think someone that you're not taking serious would tell somebody, you know? And that's why I guess I got more emotional attached to him. And at the end, you know, like I just started to feel like after that, like I just started to let go a little bit more. So I started to open up more. I started to be more more emotionally attached to this guy. And as I started to like him more, I would invite him more like to parties that I would go to, and he would attend there, okay? And we would be like a couple pretty much. Like he would pay attention to me, he would take me to the restroom. Anything that a freaking boyfriend does for you now, that's exactly what he would do, except I wasn't his girlfriend or he wasn't my boyfriend. Like we never put that title on each other. And then after that, like time started going by. I went into school for medical school, and after I went to medical school, we would still talk. We would stay on the phone like till 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? Like till 3 o'clock in the morning I would talk to him. And then he would help me with my studies. I would tell him what I was studying, yada yada. And after that, I started noticing that things were being a little weird. This was during October. Things started to be a little weird. I noticed that he would stop talking to me on a certain time. And then this was during MySpace time, okay? So this is like super throwback. And I noticed that there was some girl on his page and was sitting on his lap, you know, and she had like a nurse outfit. And she was sitting on his lap, and you know, he was all hee hee ha ha with her. And I noticed the picture, and I text him about it, and I'm like, what's this about? Like, is this your girlfriend? I thought I was going out with you. Like, you're not gonna be playing me for a fool. Like, if you think that you can have 2 girlfriends at the same time, like, that does not fucking work with me. You can do whatever the fuck you want with her. Like, I don't need this shit, you know? And then he's like, no, 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 that's just a friend, you know, that's just a homie's friend. Like, we were all taking pictures, but he got up and you know, like, we were all just taking pictures, according to him. I'm telling you, like, me just saying this story makes me feel so freaking stupid, like, pendeja. Like, really, write that shit on your freaking forehead, because it is, like, right there in your freaking eyes. But I guess being young fucking is an excuse, I guess, to do stupid shit. So, yeah, that's what he said, and I freaking believed him, and I let it go, right? So after that, time started going by, whatever, months passed by, and my cousins had a party at their house. My cousins had a party at their house, and my cousin she didn't like him, but she did not like dislike him. She just really was annoyed of him, of how he was playing me for a fool. And I mean, that's my cousin. She's a ride or die for me, you know? So she would get upset when I would tell her certain things about him, and she would tell me, like, dude, he does not like you. Like, he's just playing with your feelings. Yeah, like, you need to set that shit aside, let him go, you know. Yes, you're gonna be sad for a little bit, but you'll be okay. Like, you just really need to get that in your head. And I was like, no, you know, like, I was stubborn, and I was stuck with the fact that I thought I was gonna stay with this person, and yada yada, right? So she had a party at her house, and she invited, like, this grupo. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. They play really good. I don't know if they still play now, but they were called Los Jamaiquinos. So they brought them over to the house, and we were all just chilling, having a good time. And I text them, and I tell them, I was like, hey, you know, my cousin's got some grupo over here, you know, if you want to come over and hang out, yada yada, you know, just bring some beer so you guys can chill right here. And then he's like, oh, for sure. So he gets there, and as I'm walking over to him, okay, it's so freaking embarrassing, and I'm letting you guys know this just so you guys can see that life gets better. It really, really does. And now that I see my life now, I'm just so thankful that these people that I had in my life, like, decided to do the shit that they did so they wouldn't be part of my life, because then I wouldn't be with the man that I am with today, which is, he's a freaking sweetheart. He's so good to me. Like, I can go on and on of how good he is to me, but this is about me being a side chick, so skirt that. Okay, so back to my story. So I'm standing there, and I'm going up to him because I see when he rolls up, whatever. And as I'm walking towards him, I see him walking with another girl, and I'm just like, what the fuck, you know? This is a slap in my face. You fucking needed a rude awakening, and this is it. Like, this is what you fucking get for being a dumbass and not listening to your cousin. It's the same girl that he had taken a picture with on MySpace. So as she gets closer, he walks up to me, and he tells me in front of her, like, oh, this is my girlfriend. He tells that to me, like, this is my girlfriend so and so. I don't know how I did it, but I freaking shook that girl's hand, and I was just like, hi, nice to meet you. I freaking went inside the restroom, and I was bawling out, like, bawling out, you guys. And my cousin ran after me, and she was crying, and she's like, I fucking told you, stop being so stupid. He doesn't fucking like you. Get it through your fucking head, yeah. Like, even me saying it right now, it's getting me so angry, because I don't know why I didn't listen, you know? Like, I don't know why it took me that long to realize that I was literally being played. And I was like, his girlfriend? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I've been hearing you out of your fucking problems. I've been making them my own, and this bitch is your fucking girlfriend. I'm sorry I fucking called her a bitch, but it's just, that's how I felt, and I guess that's how I still feel. So, my bad. So yeah, like, I was so upset, and my cousins are like, this is a rude awakening for you. I hope you get it through your fucking head, and I don't want to hear you telling me that you want to hang out with him, or that you want to do certain things with him anymore, because I can't be part of this. Like, he's playing you, and you see it, and you seem like you don't want to see it. Like, I'm sorry, cousin, like, I can't. You really need to snap out of it. So I think that was the moment where I needed, even though I felt stupid, I feel like that's what I needed in order for it to get in my head, like, that I was nothing to him. I was pretty much another bitch. That's what I was to him, you know. So after that night, I kept it cool. I was outside hanging out with my cousins. When I came outside, him and that girl were gone. So obviously they knew something was up, you know. I'm sure she knew, because right away, like, I'm telling you, I didn't even fucking hide that shit. Like, I shook her hand and I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. And I went back inside and I fucking started crying, and when I came outside, they were gone. So obviously they knew something was up. So that was cool that they fucking left, because I got to enjoy the rest of the night. The next day, I sent him a text message and I just told him that I didn't want nothing to do with him, that to not call me, not text me. I was gonna block him. I don't know if you guys ever remember this. It's this it's like this this app or a website, I don't know what it was. It's to kind of like FaceTime. It was called Uvu. Or Ovu, I don't know how you freaking pronounce that one, but it was OOVO, and he had that. So we used to communicate on that. It was Uvu, and I forgot to block him from there, right? I blocked him from everything else. I blocked him from my phone calls. I blocked him from emails. I blocked him from MySpace. Like, I literally lost communication with him. And then one time I see my freaking phone and I see that they're calling me, not my phone, I'm sorry, my laptop. And I see that someone is calling me from that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So I look into it and sure enough, it's Roger. And being the weak bitch that I was at the time, I freaking answered that shit and I was just like, what? And he's like, hey, why don't you answer my calls? Why do you have me blocked? Like, damn, like, you're gonna cut me off like that? And I'm just like, yeah, like, you really think you didn't do nothing wrong? Like, you are fucked up in your head if you really think that what you did was okay. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, you know, like, I'm not with her anymore, yada yada, like, things didn't work out, you know, like, I miss you, I want to hang out with you, like, I missed how we were. And being the dumbass again that I was, so here I go again, and then he's like, come on, let's hang out, yada yada. I hang out with him again, and then the following weekend my cousins have a party and I go out with him, and not with Roger but with my cousin and then her boyfriend at the time. She's already married. I went out with her and we were all hanging out, and my cousin, she's all like, I have to tell you something. She was really excited. She didn't know I was talking to Roger again. I didn't want to tell her because she had already seen that little scene, so I knew she was gonna say something to me if I told her I was talking to this guy again, you know. So I was sitting down in her living room and I was eating, and her man was laying down on the couch and she was in her room because she didn't have a really big house, so we can literally all communicate even though we were in different rooms. So she was in her room with her door open and she's like, yeah, you know, and I was just like, yeah. She's like, dude, guess what? And I'm like, what? And she's like, dude, Roger's having a baby. Oh my god. I couldn't freaking cry. I couldn't say shit because it's my fucking fault. It's my fucking fault. So I'm sitting there eating and I start crying. Like, tears just come out of my eyes, and my cousins are like my cousin's man is literally just looking at my cousin and then looking at me, and then he's all like, are you alright? And I was just like, what? Like, look, I told my cousin, I was like, what? I just talked to him. And she's like, what? You're fucking stupid. I fucking told you not to fucking talk to this guy. He's a fucking fool. And guess what? This fucking baby is not even from his girlfriend. It's somebody else's kid. And I'm just like, wait. So he's been talking to me. He has a baby mama. The girl is almost due, okay? The girl, I think at the time, she was like 6 months, okay? 6 freaking months. After that, after the fact that he's talking to the girl and has somebody pregnant, he's talking to me and he has a girlfriend. So I'm a freaking side chick to a baby mama and to a fucking girlfriend? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, come on, yeah, get your fucking shit together. You do not want this for you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I'm fucking crying and my cousin's laughing her fucking ass off in the room. She's like, I fucking told you, bitch. I fucking told you not to be messing with this guy, so stop crying. And I mean, I couldn't fucking get mad at her because she fucking did tell me, you know? So I'm fucking crying. I fucking clean up my face and I just get over it really quick, you know, and I'm just thinking about it all fucking day, you know. I go back to my house in Victorville, and when I get over there, he texts me. And it's funny how he texts me as soon as I know I'm over there, so I won't be like, let's hang out. You know what I mean? Because that's a perfect excuse because we live too far from each other. And those are things that I started to notice after I got older and I started seeing certain situations with other people, and I was just like, no, you're a fucking pendeja. And as I got home, he texted me and he's like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? What are you doing next weekend? Yada yada. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna be busy. And then he's like, oh, I might be busy too, you know, I'm supposed to be somewhere in 3 months, which made perfect sense because the girl was pregnant and she had 6 months, so 3 more months, she's gonna be 9 months. And yeah, so I knew exactly where he was going with this. And then he's like, we should hang out before, you know, I go out of town and yada yada. And I was just like, no. And then he's like, come on, you know. And I was like, dude, like, why don't you be front with shit? Like, I know you have some girl pregnant and I know you fucking have another girlfriend. Like, you're still with the girl and you're over here trying to fucking play me stupid. And then like he stayed quiet, because even though like I found out, he is not a guy that's gonna deny the fact that he has a kid coming, you know. Regardless of a shit of a man that he wasn't a shitty dad from what I saw. And he's like, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't, just be glad that I don't have to put you through this, like how I'm putting my girlfriend through it. He fucking said that. Yes, like, you're a fucking asshole. Like, how are you saying that when you're literally putting me through shit? Because you know I've spent like almost 2 fucking years of my fucking time giving it to you, so you can sit here and fucking tell me that you didn't put me through shit? Fuck you, you fucking asshole. Fuck you, you did. Okay, so yeah, like after he says that, I'm just like, damn, yeah, like get it through your head. Like, let's count the times that I've said like in this fucking story, I swear to you. Oh my god, I can literally just hear myself. And yeah, I freaking lost my train of thought. I was thinking so fucking hard, I swear to you. So time passes by and the baby is born. So the baby turns, I think, like 3 or 4 months, and he's not with the girl anymore. And he's made it very clear that they're trying to co-parent and yada yada, but that he still cares about me and he wants to talk to me and so and so. So being the dumbass that I was like, okay, you know, if you're not with your girlfriend anymore, you know, I want you to make it clear what I am to you. And he didn't answer me. I fucking hate when they start popping fireworks. Like, it ain't fucking 4th of July anymore. Get over it. So he didn't make it clear to me what I was again, so I stayed quiet. And then he's like, I need your help, you know, like it's because I can't even see my daughter. Like, the baby mama, I guess she was like a nurse or she worked for a clinic, I don't know, and she needed some scrubs, so she asked him for some scrubs, and in order for him to see his daughter, he had to give those scrubs to her. So I told him, I was like, I'll go with you still, okay? I was like, I'll go with you and pick some out for her if you want me to. And then he's like, oh, you would do that? And then I said, yeah. After that night, I literally sat down and I was like, dude, you do not have to fucking be no baby mama. You do not have to be dealing with this guy's drama. Like, you are barely 17. What the fuck are you getting yourself into? You need to cut this shit out and get over this fucking guy. Like, no está tan pinche buenote para estarle rogando tanto y estar ahí. You know, like, it really isn't. And I don't know what it was. Like, now that I think about it, like, I really don't know what it was. I guess because I was young and I've always been really attracted to guys that look manly. Like, I don't know why, as you can tell, my boyfriend, I just love that. And I guess because I was young and he was that at the time, you know, and I found that attractive. And after that day that I laid down and I was just like, really, bitch, you're gonna freaking go out of your way to get this guy's baby mama fucking scrubs? Like, you are fucking stupid. Like, I can't even fucking help you. Like, I really was talking to myself, and I was like, I can't even fucking help you. My own brain couldn't even fucking help me. And I was just like, no, dude, you're a fucking dumbass. So after that day, the next day came, and I blocked him from Uvu, and I sent him a text message. I unblocked him from my text messages, and I sent him a text message, and I sent him a song. And being the cursienta that I am, I fucking sent him a song, and I told him, I was like, listen to this. I'm like, it's the last time that I'm ever gonna dedicate anything to you. Don't write to me, don't talk to me. If you're at a fucking party, don't fucking come to me and say hi. Like, I want nothing to do with you anymore at all. I don't know how I fucking grew the balls, but I fucking dropped it. Like, I really did. I dropped it, and I just let it go. It was just not for me, you know. Like, I wasn't gonna be a fucking side bitch. I'm not the type to fucking be cheating on a man. I'm not the type to freaking be cheated on, and to actually have a family with somebody and have to go through that drama with you having kids. I just couldn't, you know. I just couldn't. So I left it at that. And years passed by. I really like kind of stopped. I kind of distanced myself from my cousins because I don't want to be around him, because he was kind of around them all the time. Like, when they would make parties, or when he would have parties, like, they would go, you know. And I just didn't want to be around that, because he was a friend that grew up with my cousin's husband. So yeah, I wasn't gonna be like, don't talk to him, you know. That's their friends. I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm not gonna go. So after a while, things just started to change. Years passed by, and I dated someone else, and that's gonna be another story time. And yeah, and that is how I became a fucking side bitch. I became a side bitch to two girls, okay? To two fucking girls. I didn't even know I was a fucking side bitch. I should probably say side chick, because I don't know why I'm even calling myself a fucking bitch. But yeah, that was my freaking story. So ladies, if you guys are dating somebody at this moment and he literally is not telling you what you guys are to them, fucking kick that food to the curb, because most likely that fool is just playing with you, and he probably has other people on the side. You know, like, in this thing that now is coming about, where it's like, oh, I'm trying to see how you are. It only takes like 2 fucking weeks for you to know how a person is, to see if you want to date that person. You know, like, in 2 weeks you can see, like, okay, this person is real. Like, she's not fucking messing around with other guys. Like, she's here for me, you know. It doesn't fucking take 2 years. It does not take 2 years. So if they give you that excuse, it's bullshit. Bullshit, okay? So yeah, take my advice and don't be a fucking side bitch. Get your money, fuck these fuck boys, because at the end, you are the one that matters, not those fucking fuck boys. Because honestly, I see my life now, and I'm so freaking grateful that you guys kicked me to the curb. You guys are fucking assholes, and yeah, I have the best. So if you guys liked my video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace out.